fast forward a bit, and I wanted to be the marketing director for the company, and it just didn't align with the owner's vision, and that was fine. So I started freelancing. Times were tough. It wasn't easy. I was getting clients, but man, it was like eat what you kill. And then COVID hit, and we were all scared. And my brother-in-law, he's a master electrician. He said, "Have you ever thought about becoming an electrician?" And I said, "Not really, but that sounds amazing." So that's where the wind was blowing me. So I put on the tool belt and I started diving into being an electrician. And I did it for 2 years. I took all the classes. I did, we worked hard, and I appreciate that time we spent together. But I was also doing his marketing. And after 2 years, my heart was not in the electrical work, but it was in the marketing. So I transitioned and I got hired at a company from LinkedIn, and it turned out to be a scam. They wanted me to ship an iPhone and an iPad and get their security put on it for my new gig. And I reached out to the real company, and we found out it was a big scam. It was like a phishing scam to get iPhones and iPads. It was around Christmas time. It was a punch in the gut. I had thought I had nailed a great remote position, and I was going to be working from home and have the, time with my family, my growing family. And it just wasn't meant to be. So instead of pouting in my basement, I remembered back to what the agency owner said to me before, talking about his struggles that he had raising a family and trying to eat what he killed. He said, sometimes you got to go get the sale. You just lock yourself away until you get it. So I applied to a bunch more jobs, and I got an interview at a manufacturing company. And I walked in, and it was for the title SEO specialist. The only problem was I had no knowledge about what SEO was. I Googled it, but I didn't know how to do it. So we sat down, we interviewed. They were pissed. Why would you come to an interview about SEO if you don't even know about it? And I said, here's what I want to do. If you'll allow me, here's what I'd like to do so that I'm not wasting your time. Let me create a couple campaigns and projects over the weekend, come back here Monday and present them to you. If you don't like them, you don't think I'm a good fit for your company, then no harm done. You get to keep what I've created, and we'll just move on. They thought it was an interesting idea. They gave me a couple products. I went into my basement at home. I made some videos. I made some brochures. I wrote up some stories and some copy. And I created a little SEO plan too, just from what I've learned prior to the interview. I went back and presented it, and they hired me. And that was my start in manufacturing. I was their first marketing hire. We were learning together and growing and creating systems and processes and learning how to align and refine sales and marketing and working with distributors and trying to really nail down the lead gen system as a whole and how each step of the buyer's journey could be improved. And we saw conversions. We saw increases in everything. So it's great to see, what we created starting to work. I did outgrow the company, which resulted in my next role at a larger organization in manufacturing again. And I, too, was their first marketing hire, just like before. So my passion for manufacturing kind of came out of a need to provide for my family. And now that I'm in it, I love it because I love the science element of engineering and manufacturing. And I love the creative side of how we can tell those complicated stories to grab attention and bring customers in and solve problems.